warm enough. You just gotta dress for it.
It's the live stream. Seeing you in person.
It's cold in here. I just said.
Trying to save money, yes. Conservative.
Yeah, okay, sure. It was just really warm in there. It's really chilly out here.
Warm in there.
It was warm.
Yeah,
I thought it was warm in there.
It's always warm in there.
Experience for your son, for both of you.
No, Dawn's taking the minutes.
Oh, okay. She's on vacation. Okay.
Huh?
She's on vacation.
Vacation, yeah.
Okay.
I think she does that every year around this time.
Yeah, I think so.
That and spring break, usually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's still true with spring break or not, but
I don't know how old their kids are anymore.
man, it is cold.
I don't know, I've got a turtleneck plus a jacket.
Want my hat?
I'm usually not cold either.
No.
David, you want these?
Something comes up. It's like, oh, it's sweet. You got tickets.
Yeah, I've got my Uggs.
I'm good. I'd like to call to order the Charlotte Town Board meeting for January 17th, 2024. Would everyone please rise and join us for the Pledge of Invocation and Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for our country and for the freedom we have as Americans. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve the people of Shiloh. Let us be inspired by people like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to conduct ourselves in a peaceful manner and to work for the good of others. We ask that your wisdom and guidance be upon all those present this evening, and that you bestow your blessings and protection upon all your people, especially our Charlotte residents. Amen. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory.
Here.
Councilwoman Spare.
Here.
Councilman Valerio.
Here.
Councilman Slatter.
Here.
Supervisor Dunning.
Here. Other officials and advisors present this evening. To my far right, Town Clerk Jenny Ignatowski. Also to my right, Deputy Town Supervisor Councilman Michael Slattery. The far left is Council for the Town Jared Hurt. The side table with Commissioner of Public Works, Superintendent of Highways David Lindsay, Director of Finance Dan Knapp, our Insurance Counselor Scott Bonowell, and from my office Dawn Forte. In the event of emergency, if you would please use the exits to the corner of the room. At this time, anyone with a cell phone, if you'd please either turn it off or set it to vibrate, we would appreciate it. And at this time, I would ask the Town Board and Mr. Lindsay if you could join me up front here. Come on. So, you know, I got to tell you that I really don't like having to do these very often, because a lot of times we have some of our best employees that retire and retire before we really want them to. We'd like them to stick around a lot longer and do the work, but 36 years, man, that's a heck of a long time, Mike, and thank you for your service to the town of Charlotte. It's been wonderful. Not only, you know, the service and the things you do, but even the artwork that you've brought to the town of Charlotte, put on some of the buildings around here. It's absolutely beautiful. For those of you who don't know, he's a wonderful artist that does some beautiful work. But again, I just want to say thank you for all this time that you had. You're still walking. It looks like the knees are in good shape. The shoulders are okay. Everything's in good shape and working good. So again, just wanted to say thank you and for all the work that you've done for us and everything that you've serviced our residents for so long. So on behalf of the town of Charlotte, just a small token of our appreciation. Just make sure the wife dusts it off every once in a while.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate what the supervisor said. I've worked with you, I think, with the town for 16 years, and in that time, I just found you to be an incredible employee to work with. You've always held the interest of the community and the residents here in town to the highest, puts a high priority on those. He's been consistently, that's one of the 2 or 3 top overtime participants since I've been here. It's just incredible to see your dedication to the department and the town and to the residents. So thank you.
What I signed up for.
Anything you'd like to add?
No, it's been a run.
Anybody else?
My phone will be stuck on silent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mike. Pleasure. Can we get that photograph?
Congratulations.
Photographs.
Come on.
Get a face
No, let's
again.
take a photo.
Gotta get in for a picture.
You're standing next to the bigger guy. I mean, makes me look
Excuse
small.
me?
Ready?
I take offense to that.
My chins.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Hey, get home before you start now.
No, I'm gonna watch this.
You're always welcome back. You're
You want to do my overnight dispatch? You want to do any overnight dispatch?
Offer him the crummiest job, really? Overnight? All right. We do have 2 public hearings this evening. Anyone wishing to be heard, the public hearings, please step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. We'll start with the local, number 1, the local law.
I do have a question on
Address.
the second
David.
page.
David, name and address.
Linda
give it-
Smallfus, 35 Attridge Road. It is D, Section D, under 1A, which basically, my question is, it says no more than 1 smoke shop per every 8,000 residents. So tell me, given our existing,
Sorry, Linda, this is for the video conferencing. Smoke shops aren't a part of video conferencing.
It's the
okay.
next one.
It's the next,
The
it's
next
the, it's the next
Okay.
public hearing.
So then this is open to anything else?
No.
This is
no.
open to, for video, the local law was drafted for video conferencing.
Okay, not the smoke shop, that will
Correct.
come next?
That is next.
Okay, thank you.
You good?
I'll be up again.
That's okay. Just want to make sure. Anyone else? Okay. Then I will close the public hearing. We'll move on to the second public hearing. You probably should have just told you to stay up there. A local law of 2024 for smoke and vape shops in the town of Shiloh. I don't think you have to repeat your name and address for the record, Linda. I think you're fine.
Okay, so we're going to the second page. At the top, it's A, where it says no more than 1 smoke shop per 8,000 residents. So given the existing population, how many would that be at this time?
4.
4. And we have 2 at
3.
this time? We have 3.
Currently. And
So-
I'm sorry, what I will say, though, based on what's written in the law, there could be more than that based on the 2% of floor space being used. So we will have to look into that a little deeper as we get into this. We may already have reached the limit. We just don't know that yet. But as it is official smoke shops, we have 3.
Okay, I know 2 are located in North Chili area, and the third is where?
Chili Avenue, right next to Pontillo's Pizza.
Okay. So when you say depending on the 2%, explain to me.
2% is, it says in B definitions, what defines a smoke shop. A shop which is 2% or more of its floor space is dedicated to the sale of tobacco products or smoking paraphernalia as herein defined, and there's a definition of that. So 2% of their floor space is for smoking purposes, whether it be tobacco or paraphernalia, that is considered a smoke shop.
Okay. So you said that may change, meaning you could have a facility but have less than 2% in there, and that doesn't count
If
as
it
a
has
smoke
less
shop?
than 2% of their floor space is for the sale of, I'll give an example, maybe like Burn Dairy, who sells cigarettes behind the counter. That's not 2%, probably likely not 2% of their floor space. But if Burn Dairy decided all of a sudden to put in a row of other smoking paraphernalia or other cigars or chewing tobacco or other tobacco products, then that would be constituted a smoke shop and they would not be allowed to do that.
Okay. Next question. When you, just explain to me the process all of you do as being part of the town council. What criteria do you use to come up with this particular law?
Quite honestly, it starts typically, it starts a lot of times with me, and I'll share some thoughts with the town board. A lot of times, we will plagiarize other codes from, for lack of a better word, other codes from other municipalities, look and see what's worked, what doesn't work, what fits for Chili, what may not be relevant to Chili, and we'll then edit the code to fit the needs of Chili. We'll share it with the town board. The town board will then add any comments that they have on it. Then it goes to council. Council will review the legality of what we're trying to do and then help with any nomenclature, anything that may need to change, any provisions we may want to look at or look at differently. So it goes, that's the process in which it follows.
Supervisor, also, we rely on our, the Association of Towns and our relationship with them, if this is something that other municipalities are going through. So there's, different information that we can get from them as well.
If we don't have local laws like this, Linda, we don't have any control over the use of these types of shops. So, and sometimes things can get out of hand. So it makes perfect sense to us to have some type of structure designed to be able to speak to these issues, these types of shops when they come in. So.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak at the public hearing? I'm actually going to leave this public hearing open. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Reddick, did you have something? Please, by all means.
First off, Happy New Year to all,
Happy New Year.
and congratulations to Mike Davia for his service and years to this community. Appreciate it. Another item of the 38th Annual Gates Chili Chamber of Commerce.
Is this part of the,
This is part of this is the public hearing.
Yes,
This
yes.
is part for the smoke shops.
No.
Yeah, that's what this is.
I
We're
thought
not
you
on the
said
public forum.
I said, you're not the public forum.
Not yet, no. If
I
you want to stay,
apologize.
we're going to go to the public forum next, so if you want to hang tight, let me finish the public hearing business,
I'll hang tight.
and we'll move on. Is that okay?
That's fine.
We all good?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So so for the benefit of everyone here, and the town board's is unaware of this, because this got through some conversations this morning, but I'm going to hold this public hearing open for the next town board meeting. There may be some slight tweaks that we need to make to this. So by advice of council, and after further conversations and discussions, so we think it only fair to keep the public hearing open. You will all be informed of whatever tweaks and changes and given those as soon as we have those,
Okay.
as well as they'll be publicly posted. So, just so you know, this public hearing will remain open, okay?
Okay.
So, moving on. Public forum.
Supervisor, I'm sorry, in regards to that then, for notification from the town clerk standpoint, do we have to do anything further?
No.
Okay,
Any changes or potential changes will be posted online
Okay.
for the next town board meeting, but there's no other further publication or posting that needs.
notification, thank you.
If I could, I do put the law in the general code for proposed legislation, so whenever the proposed is, I do need to get that, so I
Right.
can delete what's in there now and put the updated version.
We'll
on
make
it.
sure that happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not to that point yet, though.
Yes, that's correct. We had this discussion this morning, so
Correct.
just want to be sure. We all clear?
Yep.
Moving on. Public forum. Anyone wishing to speak at the public forum, please step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and you shall be heard.
Charles Reddick, Coldwater Road. My apologies, misunderstanding on the fact that you were clarifying the last public hearing. Thank you. Public comments, first of all, Happy New Year to all.
Thank you.
Also to note, I believe the 38th Annual Gates Chili Chamber of Commerce had some community awards. and I think an Outstanding Citizen Award of the Year. Michael Slatter, you ought to be congratulated.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you. A couple other items, if you can quickly answer maybe what is going on with the apartments east of Wegmans. It's been a long time building and opening, and if there's any comments you can make on that as to what's going on. I don't see the building department represented here, but maybe you can comment on that to let us know what the status is at this time. Appreciate that. Another item, this might be directed more to Mark DeCory, who's, I understand, working with the Traffic and Safety Committee. And just a general question that we might ask through the Monroe County Sheriff's Department or through the town or through the New York State DOT or Monroe County DOT or whoever. And that is between Route 490 Bridge and Chile Avenue on Chile Center Coldwater Road. That section of road going by Florence Brasser School, through the light at Chestnut Ridge, et cetera. There seem to be a lot of accidents, and mostly centered at two places that I'm aware of, and that's at 490 westbound exit to Chile Center Coldwater Road, and the intersection of Chile Center, at Chile Center of Chile Avenue and Chile Center Coldwater Road and Paul Road. Those two intersections seem to be quite bad with the number of accidents in Chile. And just to try to address that, to see if we can't see what's happening there, see if we can't get a handle on it. I have talked to Brent Penwarden, New York State DOT, in the past. I did note that only 4 cars can safely get through that intersection heading south on Chile Center Coldwater Road. Only 4. Others that go through are going on an amber or on a red, and I don't know if that's a cause of the accidents or other reasons, but maybe we can look into it a little bit more. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak at the public forum? Linda?
Linda Smallfuss, 35 Attridge Road, and again, Happy New Year to all of you. I appreciate this opportunity to speak. It is my hope that you, as the current members of the town board, have taken time to reflect on the polling numbers in the most recent election. Less than 20% of the nearly 30,000 Chile residents voted. Could this be a representation of the level of confidence today that they have in the current administration? While I was campaigning last fall and going door to door, I asked what their concerns were as Chile residents. I campaigned as a new voice for Chile, and I will keep my promise to share those concerns with you as a Chile resident's voice. When I use the pronouns we or us, I'm referring to Chile residents as well as to myself. The foremost common was taxes, followed by the new assessment form received in the mail last fall. We are anticipating the new proposed assessment will negate any less tax burden the supervisor stated in his fall newsletter. It may be beneficial for the town clerk or the supervisor to communicate to us what % of the tax revenue actually goes to the town. There may be a misconception as to the amount the town receives. This information would be helpful in addressing any misinformation. The best communication would be in the town newsletter, as well as the website. Many may not have website capability or accessibility, so having it in a newsletter would be much more beneficial. Another concern was the condition of the playgrounds. Families will be very happy with the updating and replacement of the playground equipment in the current budget. Thank you. Many will be happy that their concerns for the conditions in the dog shelter have been addressed with the construction of a new facility. Thank you. There is a communication and trust concern. You seem feckless in your current communication with us. Supervisor, despite your statements, please stop into my office, give me a call or email. Many of us believe we are not being heard, nor are questions being answered when spoken. Effective communication builds trust. If you would communicate in an authentic and transparent way, people would be more likely to trust you. We want to be led by real people, not leaders who follow a script, being in office 24 years. Share with us the challenges the towns face. Be truthful and authentic. We want leaders and managers who speak the truth. There are very talented people in our town who have valuable knowledge if given the opportunity to express, to share, and to use their experience and talents. Perhaps it would help to envision us as members of your family who deserve your trust. We would like meaningful relationships and interactions with you, the town board. I recently read a book by John Gordon entitled Soup, a recipe to nourish your team with culture. I highly recommend this book. The pages are full of effective insights in team building.
30 seconds.
Think of us as part of the team. Using some of the supervisor's words, let's welcome the new year ahead full of energy and enthusiasm, filling Chili's book of blank pages with a functional team who will take steps toward improving open communication, honest transparency and authenticity, and promoting community engagement in 2024.
5 minutes.
Thank you. I won't address anything related to politics because this is not the forum for a political forum. Certainly, if you'd like to discuss that, I'm more than happy. My door is always open. You can call me, you can email me, or you can stop in at any time, just like anyone else is. But I will disagree with something you said about being open and honest. This is probably one of the most honest groups of people that I've ever dealt with in my life. They certainly, and I'm going to include myself. I have never lied to a constituent. I have never misled a constituent. My door is always open, and I know when people email these guys, and gals, that they respond to those questions. I think this has been a very responsive administration, top to bottom, whether it's the town board, myself, whether it's the finance department, the highway department, or any other department in the town of Chili. This is a very responsive group, very open group, very honest group, willing to share, because quite frankly, it's your information as much as ours. So I disagree completely with your assessment on what this town board does. And yes, you may not like what I say when we sit down and talk. You may not like the actions that come out of everything, but make no mistake, every resident that stops and sees me, makes a call to me or any one of these people, gets a response. there's no question about it. So from there, I will move right, anybody else have anything they want to offer before I move on?
No.
Okay, thank you. So under matters of the supervisor, really, as you all know, and it was in the newsletter, some of the things that are going on, we're very close.
Charles.
I'm sorry?
Charles Rudd.
Additional comment, please,
No,
Yes.
thank you.
for the public forum?
If you would like, I close the public forum. So if you,
I stood up before you closed it. I don't think I would know.
Ginny said,
You just didn't see him, I'm sorry.
huh?
You just-
Ginny said he stood up before, so.
I'm sorry.
He just,
I didn't
Please.
see him.
yeah.
Thank you. Very quick.
Sorry, Charles.
Do you know, or can you tell us, as soon as you find out, when there might be an open house with the new Chi-Li Fire Department? That's one thing. The second
There was.
item, do we have a estimated start date for the dog facility at the DPW? Thank you.
All right. And now I will close the public forum and we will move on. Now, and I will say, to answer those questions, the Chi-Li Firemen did do an open house.
Yes.
They did.
Months ago.
Right. The Gates Chi-Li Chamber of Commerce will have one on January 25th at 4 o'clock for a couple of hours. You're welcome to join us, Charles, if you'd like. And they're
And
going
the-
to do a tour.
And the dog shelter has a shell up. I believe we've got quite a bit of work and they're doing interior work now. My understanding is we're probably looking at a late March, early April completion date. They're ahead of schedule right now. The weather outside of this past week has been very cooperative, so it's coming along very, very nicely. And again, I believe, David, ahead of schedule, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So with that, the other things going on, we are, the Veterans Memorial's coming along nicely. We'll be sending out bids for that. Also, the installation of the fitness court equipment, bids will go out for that here shortly. We'll have that in.
Playground equipment.
Ground equipment will be, hopefully, we got to go out to bid for that too, or don't we yet?
That was purchased off a state bid, and we'll be
Okay.
receiving that equipment in March, and then doing the installation probably, as weather permits, into April, May, and June. So.
Okay.
In which they also started some of the demolition at some of the parks for this.
Pretty much is, not only, it's done.
It's done.
It's done. And you will notice also that the old town hall is gone.
It's gone.
That is
By
completely.
the new owners.
Yeah, that's not us. We did not do anything there.
Correct.
So, with that, I think we can move right along to matters of the council. Anything? All right. We do have the approval of minutes from the December 13th,
Oh,
29th.
David, can I back up for one
Too
second?
late. You didn't stand up.
Gee,
I didn't stand
didn't raise your
Sorry,
hand.
Chuck, man, I had to do it.
They've been doing this to me all night. No, I just did want to mention it. It came up earlier tonight, but the library does have an opening on their Board of Trustees, and they did post something on social media and use their channels of communication, but I just wanted to pass that along if anyone was interested. Rather than reaching out to the town, you need to reach out to the library director with your resume and information if you're interested. Sorry, I'm going there.
Okay.
Thank
So we
you.
do have the approval of minutes from the December 13th, 29th, and the January 4th meeting. We do have several reports that were submitted, and we will move right along to new business. Resolution 68, budgeted use of general fleet reserve.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Slattery, second by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury.
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare.
Aye.
Councilman Valerio.
Aye.
Councilman Slattery.
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning.
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 69, budgeted use of highway equipment reserve. Moved by
Second.
Councilman Valerio, second by Councilman DeCoury. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury.
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare.
Aye.
Councilman Valerio.
Aye.
Councilman Slattery.
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning.
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 70, budgeted use of retirement contribution reserve.
Move.
Moved by Councilman
Second.
DeCoury, seconded by Councilman Slattery. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury.
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare.
Aye.
Councilman Valerio.
Aye.
Councilman Slattery.
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning.
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 71, budgeted use of workers' compensation reserve.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Slattery, second by Councilman Valerio. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare? Aye. Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 72, Child Life Fire Department active list.
Supervisor, can I move Resolution 72, Resolution 73, Child Life Fire Department, remove from active list, and Resolution 74, Child Life Fire Department exempt list.
Second.
Resolution 72, 73, and 74 were moved by Councilman Valerio, seconded by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments?
Supervisor, real quick, I know we recognized Michael already tonight, but I also want to just thank him for his years with the Child Life Fire Department as well, for that dedicated commitment to our community. So, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare? Aye. Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 75, ARPA SLFRF funds, air handling units.
Moved.
Moved by Councilman DeCoury,
Second.
second by Councilman Slattery. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 77, establish letter of credit for Air Park self-storage at 50 Air Park Drive.
76, Supervisor.
Oh, I'm
Award.
sorry, you know what? I'm sorry, because yes, thank you. Resolution 76, award bid for replacement of rooftop units. I was looking at this, it's the same one.
Second.
How's that prescription working for you?
Move that? Count. It's the hearing aid. Moved by Councilwoman Spare, seconded by Councilman Valerio. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 77, establish letter of credit for Air Park self-storage
Moved.
at 50 Air Park Drive. Moved by Councilman Valerio,
Second.
second by Councilman DeCoury. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor
Aye,
Dunning?
passes 5-0. Resolution 78, establish letter of credit for 296 Fisher Road.
Move.
Moved by Councilman Slattery,
Second.
second by Councilman DeCoury. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 79, intermunicipal agreement IMA with Monroe County for GIS data via web-based map service.
Moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Spare, seconded by Councilman Valerio. So everybody knows, graphical information, thank you. Graphical information systems, yeah. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 80, Recreation Department.
Move.
Moved by Councilman
Second.
DeCoury, second by Councilman Slattery. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 81, January 3rd, 2024, abstract 2023 payables.
Moved.
Moved by Councilman Valerio, second by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 82, January 17th, 2024, abstract fiscal year 2023 payables.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Slattery, second by Councilman DeCoury. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 83, January 17th, 2024, abstract fiscal year 2024 payables.
Moved.
Moved by
Second.
Councilman Valerio, seconded by Councilwoman Spare. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCoury?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Next meeting of the Child Life Town Board will be February 14th. This meeting is adjourned.
You don't want to go out that night anyways, it's always busy.
True.